Hello there, gang. Devere here, playing a little bit of Alone. Let's have a little look what we get, shall we? Option wise, that's a lot. Try taking VSync off for a reason we'll look at in a minute. Set off. Let's see, let's start a new game and we're in. Whoa. So yes, load times are not exactly the quickest to find Michelle. I don't know how well you're picking this up with my recording software, but if this looks extremely stuttering, turning is absolutely So yeah, graphics are pretty ugly. I don't know if it is. It's like this mouse is super sensitive when it's in the middle and then slows down towards the end. It's not too bad if you're just walking and don't move the mouse, but as soon as you start moving the mouse, it's this weird halo flare all over everything. So this is by Deceptive Games. Now they did a game called Kidnapped, which I had a look at on my channel some time ago, which got off to a fairly good start and then sort of quickly went downhill in the later levels where it became a rather drab shooter. I was getting crazy, keep hearing things around the house, blah blah blah, blah 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 blah. This is actually quite painful on the eyes. This is absolutely stuttering every time you move the mouse. Try not to move it as much as possible. It's that weird halo flare all over it. Lens flare and light halo doesn't help it go easy on the eyes. Of course there's a flashlight. Okay, thank you. So now we've got to find the keys, but this is, it is quite painful on the eyes. It's super sensitive. Where would the phone be? A small TV. Yes. I can't imagine trying to play this game, for apparently there's 4 endings. I'm not even going to be able to see one ending. So this is actually physically painful to play this because of just how super sensitive this is. I don't know if that was a flashing effect in game, or was that just my eyes hurting more because of this stuttering. It really is, it's like it's dropping down into... I don't know if it's like... It doesn't feel like a performance issue. I mean, according to the FPS counter on my recording software, I can see here, I'm not getting any frame drops, but I moved just a little bit and the mouse went steaming across. So, no voice acting anyway. As I say, this is actually physically painful on my eyes. Try not to move the mouse as often as possible. Of course, wrench. Where else would you keep it other than the bathroom? It's pretty dull looking graphically. It doesn't. What the flip? Yeah, I don't suppose I shall be playing too much more of this. I certainly shan't be playing this one to the end, unless there's some major patch that comes and sorts out this super super sharp sensitivity. I don't know if it's sensitivity. What's going on? If we've got options, see if there's anything there. So changing this V-Sync didn't happen. Didn't change anything. We turn our speed up for a change. Let's see that. No, that was bad. No, not a good idea. Well, let's turn it right back. Let's turn it right down to virtually 0. Full screen. Field of view in development. I wonder if it's anything to do with that. Now it doesn't move at all. Okay, let's have another crack. Literally the minimum. Well, that smooths it out, but now I've got to try. Let's try something around there. Okay, well at least it doesn't crash my eyes as much. Although that halo and light blooms are not at all enjoyable. Now you've got to sort of move the mouse a million times to turn anywhere to get it. So they need to really, really work on. I'll say really work on. I don't think it's being developed anymore. They've already moved on to another game, and looking at the amount of reviews, it also mentions terrible performance. So there's obviously supposed to be some sort of puzzle here. Ah yes, that's safe. Seen that in a few games before, so I'm going to guess this is Unity. Ah! Right, boom. Let's see. Oh, I forget offhand. I'm just going to keep wandering around looking. A book. I suppose we've got to try and solve this puzzle. That'd be C. That'd be D. G. C, G, D, C, G. So what a choice. You can either have sensitivity, C, so G, C, and oh, I forgot what I said now. C, G, D, C, G, D. C, G, D, C, so it was G. C, G, D, C, G, D. That's mean that's C. Maybe they don't. No, because it's middle C, so it's got to be that one there. Right, let's try again. C. So C, G. Ah, success. So yes, there's your choices. You either have sensitivity that allows you to. Piano key. What the? It's missing, but yeah, this between this halo flare and this terrible choice to make between either not being able to turn your mouse at all, or so slowly as to give yourself a wrist ache, or have it a little bit higher to be able to turn the mouse, and then give yourself eye ache. Well, what a choice is so virtually unplayable in its current build. And so there's plenty of reviews, other reviews mention this. Oh, hot stuff. And So far this definitely hasn't gripped me. Right, obviously we're looking for we've got some piano keys. So I think we're going to conclude our dealings around about here because as I say, it's virtually unplayable at the moment. I'm not even going to bother reading notes. I say I'm not going to get as far as the as the first ending like this. So I can try a little bit more. Let's try that. See if that. Even there, so that Bloomin' Halo Blare is not particularly nice. It's even now the stutter's now already starting in. What did I need to do? I was looking for piano keys, wasn't I? Ugh. So between that light halo and there, it's like really super slow, then it speeds up. Terrible, terrible controls in this game. And so this isn't, again, Deceptive Games strikes. What the hell? What happened to what? I didn't read that. Oh, I see the room's all manky up. So their first game wasn't terrible for the first part. What the flip? What? I don't understand what you're talking about. What are we talking about here? Oh, was that just a cue from earlier on? It's just triggering again. Yes, it is. Shelf. So yes, I'm going to conclude our dealings here again because this is. So we could open that one. And so the audio seems quite effective. The creepy noises and such. So graphically, it's not particularly special, but it's just these controls. So even at this low level. It's yeah, virtually unplayable. I've put up here even now it's stuttery as hell, but still super slow, and it sort of speeds up. And I don't know. Needs a lot of work. But as I say, I don't think it's going to be getting any. So definitely would not recommend this if you've not got a. Well, I wouldn't recommend this at all if you like your eyesight. Or if you don't want to get RSI in your wrists and try and turn the mouse. So anyway, gang, yes, we'll conclude our dealings on this. It might be cheap, but I wouldn't recommend it just because of these performance issues. It is really painful on the eyes, that stuttering, and it's really painful on the wrist if you try and turn it down. It doesn't seem to be an in-between, a happy in-between for the two, unfortunately. So maybe they're third time lucky, because I say Kidnap got off to a good start, but devolved into a rather pretty poor shooter. And it didn't work very well. And this, yeah. Like I say, is not a small table. Also, say that weird light corona thing going on doesn't help either. Leave house, why not? Oh, there we go. I've got one of the endings. I said I wasn't going to get any of them. Ending 1, a bad escape. Leaving the building he grew up in, Sam took a step back outside. He looked back at the menacing hostel before him where his decrepit uncle abused him daily. He had no intention of staying any longer than he had to. He spun back around, turning his back on his childhood prison. And even though he didn't locate his younger sister, he felt no remorse. It had been 2 years since he saw her last, and much longer since they spoke. They were strangers, related by blood. A cold wind blew up upon his face. A shiver ran down his... didn't even get to read the proper ending. So yes, long load times, average graphics, and oh dear, my eyes actually feel like they're flashing now because of that. Honestly, I don't normally suffer from sickness induced by games, but this one, yeah, it's ooh, not a pleasant experience, gang. So really, if you've got any respect for your physical abilities, such as your eyesight, or you don't want RSI in your wrists, definitely give this one a miss, gang. Really needs a lot of work on them controls and that smoothing. never played anything quite like it. And I say the FPS counter though, all the way through was smooth. It said it was getting a steady 85 pretty much all the way through it. But it sure as hell didn't feel like it. So anyway, all, I hope you found this video useful or interesting in some way. And don't forget, as ever, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to let me know you're alive. And I shall see you all next time. Bye now.